Good morning and welcome back to WKNI TV 25. And folks, I'll tell you, what a powerful interview we just had a few moments ago with, I call him Judge Ashley McCatherine.
Wow.
And a great message there. I'm sorry we had an audio issue at the end, but I think those that needed to hear it heard it.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Man, what a powerful guy.
Powerful.
Guys, I got to tell you, I'm proud to have this man sitting next to me right now. A lot of folks know him. He's been man about town. He's been around Andalusia all his life. And I sat down and I was going through Facebook and looking at a few things and seeing how, you get ideas and stuff. And I've been wanting to do something to do with the community history. And utilizing the history of the community to bring unity to the community. And I kept watching your postings. I kept watching, how positive everything. I don't think I have ever seen a negative post from you on the internet.
Thank you.
And
it means a whole heap. I appreciate that.
You post, and you've come under attack. I mean, some people, we all have come under attack. But the main thing is how you react to it, and you've done well.
Well, thank you, Eddie.
You're welcome. And I'm talking to my friend, I like that, Randy Franklin.
Thank you, Mr. Eddie.
Welcome to
Yes,
WKNI TV.
First time on WKNI, and I'm proud to be here. That was, as I sat over there in the chair, that was just, I was nervous on the way out here.
Right.
And this show between you and Judge Ashley McCatherine, it just brought a peace about this whole building, almost like we were in church. And I said, I can do this. I can go on there for a little bit with Eddie.
There you
but
go.
it's a hard duo to follow.
Well, it's not a following. It's just what we want to do is we don't mind, obviously, talking about God. This is God's TV station. We've said that from the day we turned the switch on it, and it will always be God's TV station as long as God keeps Teresa and I here.
Amen.
And it's about that. And one of the things, Randy, that you and I have talked about, we're going to talk about some of the history stuff.
Okay.
But there's seems to be factions in the community, and I'm not picking either side. I'm not calling anybody out. I don't want to get in that mess.
Right.
Okay? And when you and I have sat down and talked, we've talked about how can we make it better. You and I agree that my daddy was right years ago. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And we here at WKNI want to be a part of the solution. And we went hunting for somebody that could help us to be part of the solution. And your name kept popping up. And we want to bring the history of the community. When you stand outside with Randy Franklin on the square in Andalusia, or you go down East 3 Notch, or you go down Church Street, or you go down South Cotton, or you go down Devereaux Hill, wherever you're going at, you're going to get a history lesson with Randy. And and that ain't a bad thing. And he knows people. He knows who lived here. He knows people that are here today, and he knows their family. You walk up to him at the bowling alley, and he'll sit there and he'll go, "What's your name?" And, "Oh, are you so-and-so's part of the family out of Red Level?"
Knowed your grandma.
Yeah, knowed your grandma, or I went to school with your mama, or and you don't see that a lot. And you do a great job at it, so I commend you on that.
Well, I thank you for it. You live a long time in one place, and God
I'm older than you.
bless it 1 month, 3 weeks, and God blesses you with a memory. And just fortunately, I don't remember anything bad. The doctor told me, I said, "Doctor, I was sick back in 2008. I had some very bad heart issues and what have you." And when I went back in 2010, I said, "Doc, there's a lot of stuff I don't remember, but I can remember stuff a long time ago." He said, "It's okay. You don't need to know it."
There you go. Good answer. Good answer. Randy, Covington County is rich. I mean, it's multi-trillionaire when it comes down to its culture and history.
Oh my God.
And you just walk around the square. Well, we did that interview with Miss Linda Davis over there at the library.
Oh, wasn't that wonderful?
Wasn't
that wonderful?
She's a wonderful lady and a wealth of knowledge over there as well. And you and her had conversations up there that day, and we got a lot because we all were getting. But
can I interject here just a minute? We did get shushed. I was talking too loud.
We all did.
Okay.
Not just you.
We were excited.
Yeah.
We had a good time. We were talking too loud in the library, which everybody knows that's a no-no.
Right. They almost pulled my library card.
Well, we went out to eat, you and I and Joey, one of the new restaurants, and Joe's like, Dad, shh, you're talking too loud. So Eddie, I went and got my ears checked. I went to the doctor this week, and I said, true story, by the way, I said, Doctor, I can't hear a thing out of my right ear, and I'm talking too loud, and people have brought it to my attention this week, and it was embarrassing at the library. And so he got out his machine, and he looked down in there. He said, good Lord, man, no wonder you can't hear. You've got a suppository in there.
A what?
A suppository. I said, well, thank you, doctor. Now I know what I did with my hearing aid. Sorry about that.
You got me.
Sorry about that.
You got me. Okay. Randy Franklin, you got Eddie. That's not, you go in the ranks with Ted Watson now, okay? And the roller derby girls. Yeah, you got me. Shame on you.
Just want to say how much, I watched it, I think, twice. The Linda Grimes Davis program was you shot down there. I think I'd stepped over and was talking to Grady Lanier next door, who just had hip surgery.
Great guy.
Recovering. Mm-hmm. And
there's history there, too.
We used to be neighbors,
right.
Was good friends. Went to the Atlanta Braves ball game years ago. Hope to go again this summer. And you were over there, I guess you and Teresa shooting that show. And just the most interesting thing. And by the way, I talked with Darwin Pippin, whose birthday is like today or tomorrow, 90 or 92 years old. Oh. And he was working at the library, not the library, the museum. And he said Miss Davis works there twice a week. The city, we want to praise the city of Andalusia. She goes down there in the mornings. And I think he said he went twice a week. He went yesterday, would be off today, and then back tomorrow. So, our city's doing their part on this history thing.
And every time I talk to the mayor, I talk to a councilman or somebody that, and any of the administrative heads that are over there in the city, they're so cooperative to be able to sit there and help you find things that you need to find about our community. I mean, there was a while back I was looking for the old cemetery,
right?
And nobody knew where it was,
right?
And I didn't have you yet. You could have taken me right to it, but I made the phone call because I had somebody call up and say, hey, what happened to all the people that were buried there, and what's going on, and concerned people. And I found out, right. And it was through the people at the city of Andalusia, and for them to have the museum.
Yeah.
Okay. For them to have the library and the asset that's upstairs.
Wow, it's just amazing.
I don't know of anywhere else that I can think of.
I'm not going to stop there. What about these murals? Murals. Am I pronouncing it right? Murals.
That is fascinating.
People come here. They travel. They come through down 65. This is on the Hank Williams Trail. I think it begins in Andalusia, goes, I believe, up to Birmingham, Montgomery or Birmingham, a lot of Hank Williams fans out there, and they say, well, you know, there's a place where he got married, him and Audrey Williams, in Andalusia, Alabama, and that's that city with those murals. Is it murals or murals?
You're going to get me saying murals, but
Okay,
it's murals.
okay, I've been corrected several times.
It's okay. You say it whatever way you
Murals,
want to.
but you know, isn't that great?
Well, and,
Isn't that great?
The
I mean,
thing that you're talking about is that historical monument that went up not long ago, right there in the front of Pirate Graphics.
Exactly. Here's what I get. Okay, the locals. You know I talk too much.
That's okay.
But
that's why you're here.
Oh, okay. The locals, they want to know. You know, when you and I had coffee on the square the other night, we was kicking around some stuff. The locals, they want to know stuff like Rooster's Cafe, the Chicken Shack, the Big Arm, the Old Shamrock, Stokey's Place, the Old Idle Hour from back in the late 50s. Some of the, before the convenience store, what we call the 7-Eleven,
Mm-hmm.
every little neighborhood had a little grocery store, like Taylor's store at the end of Barton.
Right.
They're also interested in, like, not just the Alatex, but the neighborhoods around the Alatex, who lived there. That doesn't live here anymore, that's grown and done had families. And, you know, Steve DuBose, a good friend of mine, created that Growing Up in Andalusia thing on Facebook. If this program has any interest, if people want to continue with it, I think we've got enough stuff to have a good summer program here. I really do.
I think we got a long time program.
How would you feel about maybe you or you and I or your staff or whatever creating a Facebook page for this program to get input?
Yeah, be a good idea.
You know, so people could say this, that.
Well, Steve DuBose, let's ask him if he minds that we utilize a page that's already there and get the input from them. Because you've already got, you don't have to go. It's already made.
There you go.
And we're not here as any clique or any group of anybody.
Exactly. It's for the community.
For the
unity of the community.
And that word community, the word unity stands out loudly to me.
Unity of the community, and there's a lot of rich
and
history.
That's one way to start the unity is by getting with folks like Steve, and there's lots of other people out there that may think they can't talk to you or I. Please do. Okay, I mean that seriously.
Yeah.
Please do. We want anybody, and I stress the word anybody. Okay, that's inclusive.
You know, we were mentioning the locals, the people here that say, me and you're the same age, like in about 3 weeks. From our age on up, that have left Andalusia, they want to, like, what was this song that was recorded like 150 people, Detroit City, but the main line is it, I want to go home.
I want to go home.
You've heard that?
Well,
everybody deep down wants to jog a memory of,
I'm sorry, you got me going on that one.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what this program is going to be about. And we'll, after you take your station break, which I know you've got to do, if I saw the signal, that's what the locals that I'm hearing are expressing. And then when you come back, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what the non-locals, the tourists, are wanting to know about.
We'll do that, and I want to apologize. Apparently we went off the air momentarily, and we're back on right now.
Oh.
That's what I was pointing to.
I thought it was commercial break.
But anyway, this will be on the internet, and this will be replayed tonight.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So, but Randy, I want to look at y'all right there in that camera, and I want you to as well, Randy. Look at that camera and say, we want everybody to participate. Everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not in this to make me something. I'm not here to make you something.
No.
I'm
no.
here to make this station provide what a community TV station should, and that is the community. And in that word, I want to stress again is the word unity. And by bringing the history, by bringing all this together, I can feel it be unifying, because if you know the history and you know the people out there talking about it, and you start bringing that in together as unified, it's going to do nothing but good for this community.
You know, we've got to, we don't have a choice. We have to give praise to the pioneers 37 years ago that started the gathering the history of the county. I call it the History Club, but the correct name is
the Historical Society.
The Historical Society.
Wonderful folks over there.
They have put together a lot of work. They started like 37 years ago. They've covered all the Devereaux Hill, the Montezuma, the 1800s.
I finally found out what it was historic about Devereaux Hill.
Yeah,
Linda showed me that.
And our community show can pick up where they've left off with the input of people that's living today, of stuff of their memories.
Take the past and the present and put it together.
Yes, sir.
In one roof.
Unify.
That's right.
Unify.
Unify. And man, I'll tell you, I'm excited. I really am.
And you know, well, while we're thanking them, we've already thanked the city of Andalusia. We got to thank Mr. Eddie here and WKNI for allowing this. I don't know if anything like this has ever been aired in the history of my lifetime. So we owe you a big pat on the back.
That. But Randy, you just saw Ashley and Catherine on here.
Yes, sir.
And you heard me say that this TV station, when the switch came on to this very second, it's God's TV station. And what my God tells me is He wants unity.
Unity in the community.
He wants unity. He wants everybody to share and be part of each other.
Take a divided community.
And I'm not saying it's divided. I'm just saying
bring it together.
There's a lot of people out there that are concerned whether or not this person said it or that person said it and this person done it, that person did it. I want to make it available, okay, to everybody. Everybody. And I can't stress it. Everybody enough.
We want people coming through Andalusia to turn at that exit on Highway 65 and cut down through and come through here and eat at our restaurants and stay at our motels. And like we were talking about the tourists, you know, we went through what some of the local people were interested in. They like to talk about it. Brings back memories. But the people that don't live here, I've heard quite a few tell me that in their travels to the beach, this is a big country music area. You got to admit that. Hank Williams lived here for about a year when he was about 19 or 20 years old in Andalusia. They want to go by and see where the monument where he was married, him and Audrey. And in this book that Lucretia Williams wrote, Still in Love with You, that was Hank Williams' daughter that was married to a local guy here in Andalusia, not Lamar Mars, played with Hank Williams Jr. 25 years. She mentions in the book about Hank's main gig when she was 2 years old was right outside of town in River Falls at the old-timers call it Riverside Inn, but it was really the Riverside Palladium. It was a skating rink. And people from out of town, when they're riding through here, and I found this out up in Nashville at this big exhibit, they want to know where that place was. And it was right there in River Falls. Of course, the roads have changed now. Right. You know, it's a new road and a new bridge, but it was just over there. And I don't know if there's a monument down there or a marker or anything, but maybe there will be later on.
What I hope this does is stimulate the community into getting involved in researching the history and being a part of it, because stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
that's big.
you bring it in and you talk about it. You're welcome. This isn't going to be a show where Randy goes around
Oh.
and it's about Randy
Oh,
Franklin
no.
or Eddie going around. This is going to be bringing you into it. This is going to be bringing the folks that, you know, families into it. And you know, if you have a request or something, we'll have Randy as the host, but you talking with Randy about it, okay?
Yes.
And with Randy knowing a lot of the stuff, not everything, but a lot of the
I
stuff,
know everything.
and y'all can talk about it and get the facts out there. There's a lot of fable, there's a lot of rumor, there's a lot of everything out there, but that's history.
That's
So,
true.
we need to do that, and I feel obligated to the community to get this done. You heard me say out on the square the other night with our new TV location, our live set going in on the square,
Yeah.
number 12 Court Square.
Saw the lights on there last
They're
night.
on
Rode by
and
there.
going.
Looked good.
And we're going to get some furniture in there today. We're going to
Okay.
be starting some painting, and hopefully have that studio ready by the first of
Now
next
this
week.
is, gentlemen and ladies of the community, this is what we've all called all of our lives the Presswood Building.
Right, and
Hey,
I'll
man,
tell
we
you-
got so much information on that. That's a whole show in itself.
he comes in to help around the station, and he's giving me the history of each board in there. But I'm just teasing. But Randy, one of the things, you know, every station has its logo. Okay, whether it's the information station or you know the news source or whatever.
Right.
I'm officially changing the motto, the logo, slogan for WKNI as we sit here.
Let's do it.
Okay, it is your local community TV station. Okay, WKNI TV is your local community TV station, and I want to put community in there because without you out there, we ain't nothing.
There you go.
So it's
right.
about bringing the community into the broadcast industry, and our doors will never be locked to anybody at all that wants to be
An
a part
open
of it.
place on the square.
Open place, and we're still keeping this place.
Oh, of course.
You know, we're going to have production going on here. We're going to be having the preachers coming in here. We're going to eventually finish the expansion I started before.
Right.
Pre-house fire.
You're a
October 10th.
you're a busy
And,
man. I followed this guy around. I thought Joseph, my 16-year-old, kept me busy. And this guy keeps you hopping. I mean, he gives an early bird. He bowls. He runs a TV station. He knows a lot of people. He's a very smart man.
Thank you.
Can I ask a simple question?
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to spring nothing on you.
No, go ahead.
You know, we've talked about doing a community show
Mm-hmm.
about the history of, say, what would we say, the last 50 years or something like that? Or last 40, 50 years?
40, 50
Stuff
years.
that people
Yeah.
our age can remember.
Because we don't want to embellish anything.
Exactly.
Okay, we can go with what we know.
Right.
All right, and then if it's something else,
And
then that's part of history that we're not
exactly.
sure.
These are people that can call in,
We're gonna have
get on that Facebook,
we're gonna have call-ins.
And my name is Randy Franklin. I'm on Facebook.
Let me get this
I can
hung
be
up.
contacted, and this man runs a TV station. I mean, he's
I got
easy to
marked vehicles
contact.
out there. I don't hide
Yeah,
from nobody.
But the little question I wanted to ask you, you know, you seem to be real enthused about this new community show. I'm excited.
Right.
I mean, I'm real excited. What are we going to call it? Could the
Well,
viewers maybe give suggestions?
I think we're gonna do that. Yeah.
You know?
Let's see if we can get up with Steve DeBose.
Okay.
All right, and it's unfair because we're throwing his name out there.
Panama City
Okay.
Beach,
Right.
Lake Town Wharf, good friend of mine, need to go see.
Need to get hold of him. Maybe go have lunch with him.
Yeah.
And see if we can't ask permission, okay, to get involved on that Facebook page. And I would think it'd be wonderful to have the community name the show.
Hey, You just did it.
Okay.
There you go. Because we don't have a name.
No,
We don't have a name.
I've tried to come up with some, and I'm pretty good at that stuff, but I just get a mental block, and you know what that means?
Yeah.
It ain't for me to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I'm old.
Well, now that you mentioned old, and everybody around here likes Ronald Reagan.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
this big
yeah.
Republican community. Talking about old Ronald Reagan, he said.
Rhino. No.
He said, 50 is the new young. But also it begins knee pain, back pain, lumbago, and the tendency to tell the same stories over and over and over
Yes,
again.
we noticed with you, Randy. Well, folks, with all this being said, we want your involvement in it. We will have a link on our website here once we get a page built for this unnamed program that we're going to have. We're going to solicit to you, the viewers of this TV station, the local TV, community TV station, for a name and ideas and places to go and any additional information you have about the history. Because you know what? We don't have it all.
No.
There's going to be blanks, and there's going to be misinformation out there too, as we found out in the library the other day.
Here's some of the little notes that I jotted down on my way out here this morning that people seem to be interested in. The old Shamrock, the Big R, Chicken Shack, Woolworths, Finley Drive-In.
I didn't even know there was a Woolworth there.
Radcliffe Chevrolet, Roscoe's Grocery. Back then it was out at the end of town. It's that little V there at Winn-Dixie now where you turn and go. That was Roscoe. That was back then. That was the end of town. Taylor Store at the end of Barton. Johnny Crenshaw's Cafe. The early skating rink that was across from what is now the Honda shop.
Wow.
Where this car lot is now. That was the skating rink.
Huh.
The canteen between Crescent Street and the Martin Theater, and all the men from the post office, Andalusia Post Office, volunteered. Is for the young people to go in there. And this list just goes on and on and on, that people that want to bring up that stuff that's in all of our lifetimes, like the old song Detroit City.
Yeah.
Want to go home.
Want to go home.
And maybe Debbie Gay and I can jog some of those good memories. And
you know what? There's part of a good name.
Hey.
I want to go home.
Like
Theme song.
Phil Robinson.
There's a theme song right there. I feel it coming. But Randy, give you another idea. I'm getting feedback because we've been obviously not hiding this and talking about it. But I didn't know, and you've talked about it, the different hospitals have been in the community.
Yes, sir.
Okay, huge bank of knowledge there. Also, I ran into the gentleman the other day at the bowling alley. His whole family was there. It was so nice to see him. He's got a beautiful family. But he is one of the owners of one of the oldest businesses, the oldest business in Covington County.
You got me on the edge of my seat. I'm wanting to know what it is.
The oldest business. Think about it just for a second.
Dairy Queen. No, is there one older?
Older. It
can't be Jimmy Gillis.
No, it's right off the square. And it is a big business. It employs a lot of people. It's behind the courthouse.
Oh, my God, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I ran into one of the owners of that.
Wow.
And I suggested that we wanted to come talk to him about his business.
Yeah.
He was all excited.
Oh, really?
He said he'd love to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And see, that's what we want from y'all.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't have to be the oldest business.
Exactly.
Okay? You can be the newest business in the community. We want to be a part of it. We want to be a part of everything in this community, because if we're going to be a part of unification, we got to be willing to accept good, bad, and the ugly. Okay, and that's seriously, because there's going to be good, bad, and ugly, but we're willing to make it available. Randy, we're running out of time.
I tell you, it's just I don't know how this is going to show up on TV, but
I'm better looking than you.
Oh yeah, no question about that. You're becoming like a Larry King type host. I watched Eddie for several years. He's seasoned. He's gotten to where he's good.
Boy, am I seasoned, boy.
And you know, hey, old buddy, I love you.
I love you too, Randy. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being part of WKNI TV 25. We're proud to have you.
I hadn't got nothing else to do. Well, I can cut grass.
I hope
you
enjoy the pay.
And I did lock my keys in the car.
Oh, we're gonna be. You know who we're gonna be calling?
Who we gonna be calling?
We're gonna call Shannon first.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll go down the list.
Okay.
But Shannon may be out of town or something.
I understand.
But we've got him. We've got Mr. Palmer. We've got both Palmers.
Okay.
And we've got some great people in this community that I'm sure will be happy to come out here and unlock your doors.
Okay.
That happens when you get old.
Yeah.
I know. I've done it.
I won't do any more
jokes.
I've got some here.
Don't spring any hearing aid jokes. I was fixing to send you to Joanne Armstrong at Professional Hearing Aid. But it appears you have your own already. Smack. Love you, man. Thanks for coming on. Folks, that's it. Your local TV community station.
Thank you.
WKNI TV 25.
Thank you.
We're proud to be a part of it. God bless you. Remember,
I promised when I was praying to have the courage to come out here this morning, keep God in it.
No, you say keep it real.
And keep it real and praise Jesus Christ in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Well, I'll tell you, can't get no realer than that. And we do love our God here at WKNI, and we will always keep God first. And God is a God of unity, and that's where we're going to follow. Thanks again, folks.
And
God bless you. Love y'all. I want to thank Don Dupree for waking up early this morning and coming on WKNI, the owner of Strikers.
Wow.
You've been out there.
I love this place.
Yeah, it's great. They're doing a lot of work out there.
I love this place.
And getting that Barney, what do they call it? Barney Purple? Barney Purple on the walls. And it does look like Barney Purple on the walls. And changing it up. And they're going to be doing some new additions over there, expansions and things like that as well. And a great addition to this community. There's a lot of history at the bowling alley. I was
there in 1963 when they started that thing, and Billy Turner was my coach off Bayston Street. There's a whole program in that.
Wow. Just the bowling alley. And then
that's 50 years, Eddie.
I'm telling you, and there's a couple of Miss Bonnie, I think, has been there a majority of those 50 years. God bless her. She is a sweet lady. And then I want to thank our friends over there at Alabama Precious Metals and Miss Precious that stands outside.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen her out there.
Oh, yeah.
That's my buddy.
Yeah.
You see me out there talking to her, haven't you? She's hard to interview. She doesn't like to talk much. But quit laughing.
I thought she was real.
Let me tell you, the first time I saw her.
I really did. I'm not going to lie.
I'm sitting there going, man, what are they paying that girl to stand out there like that?
Yeah, I thought,
Yeah. All the gold and precious metals. But great deals going on over there.
Yeah,
they are not a pawn shop. They are a real precious metal purchaser.
They buy,
don't sell.
Gold.
They buy gold, silver, and any precious metal. Okay. They even buy diamonds too, but we don't get deep in that because that's something that they handle when they're over there.
Right.
But I want to thank them. And, of course, Vinny's number 2, Miss Kathy, came on this morning.
Is that where we had the
That was
breakfast?
where we had breakfast the other morning.
Hey, that was some good biscuits.
It was. Now, and you know what's neat is that you point at it and you say, I want that one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They don't just slam something on the dish for you.
No.
They make it happen.
He got me the biscuit. It was good. It was really good.
And I love my biscuits.
Miss Susie was working up there.
Miss Susie. Now, there's somebody, too, and I don't mean this badly. She's got a lot of history knowledge.
Me and Susie and Marilyn Williams, that became Piggly Wiggly lady, and a lot of us in it. We all used to work together when we were teenagers.
Wow.
You know, in restaurants and what have you.
Wouldn't that be neat to be able to sit down in front of the TV camera and talk together again about what
and
it was
talk about
then
the
and what it is
Palmers.
today?
Their daddy was there
Wow.
at our first Christmas party. I mean, you know, that's been a long time ago.
Right. Nice family too, and
Yeah.
you know that we all have some great people in this community, and I like them all. I have not run across anybody I don't like. You know, I may not get along with them all the time. But
Well, what was that?
I just don't like 'em.
Will Rogers was famous for saying, "I never met a man I didn't like."
That's true.
Well, maybe we got Will Rogers right here.
Oh please, Larry King, Will you don't even get paid, so why are you kissing up like that, man?
I don't know.
Excuse me, folks. I shouldn't have mentioned that. But Randy, we're proud to have you. Folks, remember your local TV community station. Local community TV station. Which one's better? Local community TV station. We're going to get hold of Paul Stewart and have him make that on those two windows right there. In a nice arch that says your local community TV.
You got the front. If Paul did those signs on the side,
Right.
You got the front looking sharp.
Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. And with the lights at night, it really looks.
Had a lot of comments on people saying how sharp that looks.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate Paul Stewart over there at the sign shop. Sign man. You know, the funny looking guy. We love y'all. God bless you. Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Keep God in it. We'll see you tomorrow right here, same time, same place. And I don't know who our guest is tomorrow. Oh, I know. Carrie Lee.
Oh.
We got the interview with Carrie Lee.
Okay.
Yeah. From the library. Done a lot with the library. We're going to be doing a lot every week with the library.
That's wonderful.
Yep. See you tomorrow.